How's it going, people? And welcome back to Total Oz Spurs. And bit of a full panel today to go over that fucking shit of a game you had this morning. First of all, welcome
Disaster.
back to everyone, and welcome back to Delane, fresh dad in the house.
Congratulations,
Special
mate.
mention.
Thank you.
Can see the bags under his eyes already.
Yeah, I know. He's been here 3 days and he's already fucking.
Oh man,
It's
it's a big job. It's a big
Day
job.
is it again?
But doesn't mean that the other two boys, Nana and Brad, aren't any other special mention. So, how you going, boys? How are we?
Two kids, what? No.
I'm feeling pretty well rested, pretty
Yeah,
fucking
me
up
too.
and about. You know what I mean? Had my afternoon nap, no distractions. It was fucking fantastic.
We wanted a nap after that game.
Definitely.
Let's just get
Wake
into it.
up.
I want to hear your honest opinions. How do you feel how the game went from start to finish, even with the lineups included?
Yeah, look, let's just say I turned the game on, and in the first 5 minutes, we went all the way to their goal, all the way back to our goal, all the way to Sunny, to their box, and then lost it. That was the story of the game straight up. We
Yeah,
just did nothing. We scored 2 lucky goals, but we
And you do have to say they were lucky. Like you can't say
They were.
obviously like.
Emerson Royale scored, so I think it's pretty fucking lucky.
Well, yeah, that's the fact that he can fucking kick a ball straight is lucky.
He
But-
headed that. He headed that ball.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
Bloody
mean.
hell.
He should header everything from now on to cunt.
Ugh.
But
cross header. Nope.
yeah, legit. Just flick it up to yourself and just fucking whack it. But why was Royale in the lineup? Understandably, it's a midweek game. But he never should have been there. Doherty's definitely should have been there.
Yeah.
Other than that, besides Laurie's always been dog shit, you can't really fault the lineup too much. I would have liked to have seen Sun dropped, but Richie being there wasn't too bad. But I thought in the first half we actually played half decent.
Yeah, we actually
thought we
arrived
had
for the first
five.
half for once.
See,
We had
that's
five.
why the fuck can't we have a 90-minute game? Why the fuck is it either first half or second half?
It's
That's who we are.
It's so Spursy. It's fucking
Fucking hell.
ridiculous.
it's been hard.
It's a
Ah,
fucking
man,
joke, bro.
I just don't know where we go from here. Eh? I'm on that level where I don't want to see Conte walk, but I want to see. I just want to see him do it. So then Levy we can all point the finger to Levy and say, "Look, this is what you've done to him. Look, this is what you've done to the manager."
Yeah, look, I hear you on that one, and I did say that in my last video. But Conte has to take some stick.
Yeah, he does.
Once again, we're playing against a team that plays through three midfielders, and we're playing against two. Now, I will say, Bentancur, fucking hell, we have missed him
Yeah.
because he
What a
looked like
difference
the
he
best
makes.
player on the pitch for
Yeah.
the first half. I sat there saying to myself while working, "Fuck, is Bentancur our best player?" Because I genuinely think he's our best player.
Definitely.
But Conte needs to take some rap. These decisions he's making, like we're down and he's swapping and attack like defenders around. We didn't even.
Yeah.
Cess was our first
No.
sub, and we were 3-2 down.
The
Cess for
worst sub-
Perisic never makes any sense to me.
Yeah, no. The worst sub he done was taking Davies off.
For
He
Langley.
shouldn't have taken him off. Yeah, he should never fucking bring Langley on. That just ruined it. That fourth goal. Was it fourth goal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, fourth goal.
Bro, Davies would have just fucking booted that. Why was Langley trying to control it? Like,
Yeah, it was pretty much a
a
shit
3-2
show.
would have been good, bro. Not getting pumped 4-2. Like,
What I do want to say about the subs though, and it looks like obviously Kulu is playing right wing back towards the end of the game, but it looks like Kulu's son, Kane and Richie have never met each other in their fucking lives.
yeah.
For some reason, those four just don't know how to play together.
No. Well, they never have had to.
Well, they never have, but then you got to think if they're all four of them sitting up front, there's no midfield. There still is
Yeah.
no midfield to feed them the ball. It just feels
Yeah.
like when all those four are on the field together, yeah, we have more attacking prowess, but we've just lost the game. We're just going,
Yeah,
put those cunts on. Let's hope for a miracle.
That's why we
And
need a
Spot.
midfielder that can play up front as well, but in that midfield role, it can slot. That's why maybe Kane needs to go back to midfield and put Richie up front.
I mean, you could do that, but then as Conte,
sacrifice it back and put another midfielder in there, then have Kane playing as a false nine, feeding Richie, Son, and Kulu.
thing you don't even need to have that false nine. You can have Bentancur, Basuma, and Højbjerg, and Bentancur have both proven they can bomb on. And the thing is, when we have that three in the middle, they press higher up the pitch. Bentancur, I'll say it, he was pushing up the pitch the whole game. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, Højbjerg and Sarr and Basuma and Skip don't do that. It's something only Bentancur does really from deep, and that helps out the attack.
I thought Holberg had a decent game today.
He did because Bentancur was there.
Yeah, I
felt
thought
comfortable.
he plays a lot better with Bentancur than he does Sarr, which is understandable.
They're
Sarr's fairly
very
young,
comparing.
but I feel like that he just played a lot better today than he normally does.
Yeah,
But then again, I want to say, where was Sonny? He was nowhere.
Who?
Yeah, Son.
I didn't see him playing, to be honest.
no,
I don't know
retired
what
last
what
season,
is
didn't he?
going
Yeah.
on with him, but he has fallen so down in this season, and it's so
Hey, look,
stressing to
It
see.
happens to everyone. but
Yeah, look,
you
I
think
know,
by
yeah.
now he should have been there. He should have been more than 4 goals.
The thing is, though, he hasn't had that rest. Like, this is what I was saying before the World Cup. Sonny has literally, for the last 3 years, played nearly every game that he can. Every time he's not injured, he's starting. If he's not starting, he's going to Korea to win them games. If he's not going to play for Korea, he was pulled in for the army. The guy hasn't had a proper rest. And his dad, I've heard his dad trains him every game that he doesn't score. His dad makes him fucking sprint after the game. He's probably just fucking tired. I think he's just his body just can't take it anymore.
Understandable, but so's Kane.
Mm.
When's the last time Kane's missed a game without injury? He's played every game he's fit ever.
Yeah.
Understandably, they're a different
Lloris as
person,
well.
but
Yeah, but look, goalkeepers don't count. They don't do
Yeah,
anything.
no.
but-
wait,
Understand
Laura, wasn't
that.
Lloris playing? I didn't see him either.
Well, the thing is, everyone's talking about everyone on the pitch, but Lloris, like, this is his 5th contribution to an error. He's got the highest errors to
How the
goals
fuck
in
did
this.
they score near post?
Like, he's clear now. He was on par with other teams. He's made more errors than other teams have this season.
I'm not
By
even
himself.
kidding. I was watching his distribution today. It's like he played for Man City. He was hitting every time he got a back pass and booted it upfield. It hit a Man City player. Like he had a fucking radar for the other team. Like what the fuck's going on, man?
I heard him
You're
at the
playing for the
pre-game
team
show.
in white, cunts. Pass it to them. It's
Yeah.
not hard.
The pre-game show, Sherwood was talking. He goes, all the restarts is just kicks it. He just doesn't have no aim. He just
He
boots
just
it.
boots it.
And
Yeah,
the first
100%.
5 minutes, he just did that, and it just goes to show you, like, if they can see it, and our management can't see it, and we're not going for a goalkeeper, then we're going nowhere as it is.
Apparently, we've been leaked to Oblak in January, but if it comes or not, it's
We've
different.
linked to everyone in fucking January.
Well,
bro.
no,
We've got, like, 10
Oblak
days.
seems a bit more solidified because it has been mentioned prior to this shit with Lloris at the start of the season when Lloris announced that he probably isn't going to renew his contract. Oblak was the next. I mean, I'd take Oblak in a heartbeat, but my point is, for now, we're not going to get him until summer. Why isn't Foster getting a game? Like, Foster can't do any worse than Lloris is now.
I
Like
think
that,
he looked
I
pretty
can
sturdy in that
guarantee
Portsmouth
you,
game.
Foster saves that. Purely
Oh,
because
yeah.
moves. Foster
he moves half an inch and parries that out.
Yeah, like
There's no way
he's
that
just-
should have went
he
in.
wants Foster wants it more. Lloris, like I said, Lloris come back from World Cup. I reckon he's suffering after the World Cup that loss.
No, I think Lloris has been shit all season. I think Lloris has slowed down the last couple of
after the World
seasons.
Cup,
His
he's
reactions
just been
are
shit.
not as
Since
good.
his elbow, bro. Since that elbow, he hasn't moved like that ever since. And I said it fucking multiple streams ago. He has to go. They were talking about whose other goalkeeper were they talking about?
David
Raya or
Raya.
someone?
David Raya
Yeah.
from Brentford.
Owen Raya,
Yeah,
from
Brentford.
Brentford. He's a decent goalkeeper. He's young too. I think he's like 22, 23.
Yeah.
Like maybe,
I don't know,
maybe
man.
give Foster another year as starter goalkeeper and have a young one come in. for
No,
these
you can't have
games.
Royce another year. No, you can't have another season like he's had this season. It will cost us too many points. He's already cost us
The only way I'd have him another year is if he goes into a coaching role. It's the only way.
that, or he's the backup.
Yeah.
And you bring in a legit, and then you have a Lloris as a backup, or he just gets set. I think he just needs to go. I don't think there's any way that I can see Lloris stays in the squad. If he's not starter, he goes. There's no point having him on the bench. Just keep Foster. Either you have Foster as the main goalkeeper, and you bring in a very, very young goalkeeper for Foster just to sit there for a year, or you bring in Raya and you Foster's the backup, or you bring in like Oblak and Foster's the backup. So either way, I think the race has to go.
I'd like to see Foster stay for another year. Or you bring up who's our young one we got in there?
Austin,
Alfie. No, where's Alfie? Where's that other one?
Alfie Whiteman.
Alfie Whiteman,
Yeah.
he's on loan. He's not good enough. Austin's better from what I've seen. That's why Austin's in the squad.
This might be a random question, but with Kane going into summer and Lloris hopefully going into summer, who's our captain next season?
Højbjerg.
It
If
has
he
to be,
stays.
right?
It has to be. He's the only one.
But he's been linked to
Romero?
Real.
Højbjerg won't go to Real. He doesn't have the technical ability, I don't think. Like they got.
Yeah, but
Valverde
they've wanted
in the
him.
middle.
He's been linked to them in the past.
I mean,
Yeah, but
I think we could do better than Højbjerg. Well, not say that. I don't think we could do better because I think we don't deserve Højbjerg at the moment with the way the club's going. But
We do have
I
a
feel
bit- we
like
do
if
have a
we
bit
want
of
to challenge
captain,
top four, we need someone that's a bit more technical. However, I will not fault Højbjerg for the efforts he's done for the club, and the fact
100%.
is sometimes he plays like two players. The way he bombs
Yeah.
on, there's games where he's unplayable and he just wins everything.
100%.
And him and Bentancur run that midfield for 45 minutes. It was only until
Yeah.
City came out in the second half and Mahrez just turned on a masterclass.
So Mahrez had a fucking brilliant.
And I'm going to
game.
say it, Mahrez is better than Son. Mahrez is way more consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
He ripped our
scored-
team apart.
He scored the same amount of goals and scored 2 of them against us as Sun this season.
And his movement, the way he sent Perisic. I know Perisic came out and tried to catch it on the
Yeah, but that
on
body
the ball.
fade he did to get behind
That
him.
body fade to get past him, and then he just rolled Davies and shot. Like that should have been a save.
Yeah.
But still, like the way he controlled that ball he just turned out like Mahrez is insane.
Yeah, that
But,
second half he just switched on. Like we need someone like that. We don't have it. We did have it with Sonny, but we've lost it now.
you have it with Kulu, but the thing is, what we've got to stop doing is putting Kulu in that bracket of world class. Kulu's a good player, and he's going to be a great player, but he's not a finished article like Mahrez, like those type of players, like how Eden Hazard was. Like he needs time to be able to become that. He's had too many injuries so far. He's
But
been
they didn't even played De Bruyne against us, bro, and they still beat us 4-2.
well.
Imagine if he was
made
on feeding-
Pep made a statement though because
Yeah,
they played
could you
like dog
imagine-
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
he benched him. But could you imagine if he was on feeding Haaland? Haaland probably would have scored 4 more goals.
Yeah, but look at their team they had, and they had De Bruyne benched. How do we compete
Foden
with that?
bench too. They even had Foden on the bench.
You know who's a good little player? They're fucking right back.
Yeah,
Lewis.
what's his
Was
name?
it Lewis?
Yeah,
Rico Lewis?
Rico Lewis.
costs
How
like
the
10.
fuck
He looks
don't we
like he's
have
10.
any of a player like that in our academy? I don't know.
I know.
He is a
Like-
little beast, and you know what he was doing? He was slotting into the midfield,
Yeah.
and Stones was playing right back, and he was
Yeah.
sitting as like a DM to help out in the midfield, and then he'd go down the wing every now and then. He's a good
They were
little player,
saying-
man. I was
They were
impressed.
saying in the pre-game, oh yeah, Sonny and that's going to attack him. They're going to attack him. No one went near him. He didn't get touched at all.
You know why though? Because Pep protected him by moving him into
Yeah.
the middle and having Stones handle Son.
Like they were just.
Um,
It was just a class. They're just a class team. We had them in the first half. You can't compete with these teams anymore.
Where do we
We've
go
lost
from
it.
here?
We've lost to every big team now. The top 6 teams we've lost.
We have a better team than any team above us. The highest ranking team we have beat this season is Fulham.
That's mad.
And if they beat us, they go ahead of us in the table.
We're not Champions League next year, so we're losing Kane.
I don't even think we're in Europa. I actually wouldn't. I see. I've been watching a lot of channels, so it's like my mind's kind of been changed. But I want to hear all your thoughts before I put mine out. What's your stance on Conte? Like legit.
I want him to stay.
I want him to stay in the sense of, if not Conte, who? Like, yeah, he might not have the players that plays the way he wants to play right now, but with all accounts, it seems like he wants to stay. And we've had Mourinho and Conte both now world-class people, serial winners, and they can't do anything. So I'm way more Levy out than I am Conte out. So I think by all accounts he should stay.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's
yeah.
sorry, Steve, that's just coming from a supporter standpoint and not from a Conte fan standpoint. I can understand from a Conte fan, if you would want him to leave to go somewhere else to win stuff again and be backed by the management, understandable. But as a fan, who we're gonna bring Poch back? Like who's out there that's better than Conte right now? There's no
Well, the plan is definitely to bring Poch back. Poch is sitting in the wing just twerking for the club.
What do you reckon?
But my thing is Conte's not doing anything tactically that is making me want him to stay. He's persisting with this system, and he only switches to a back four when we're getting beat, and then he switches back to a back five because he just rotates a few players around, and it seems like he's checked out. For me, he's openly said that the loss of 3 friends this year and living away from his family is really affecting him, and the way the team's playing and the club supporting him. Levy and Enoch aren't going to back him. And you don't keep Conte if he's not going to get back. There's no point. For me, I can understand where you're coming from. I think if we lose Conte, then we might as well just sell everyone and just start with youth academy and just wait for another 7 or 8 years before. It's basically that. If you're not going to back him, then that's how it is.
If we lose Conte, we lose Kane and probably Son. It's literally full rebuild stations. I
think we lose Bentancur, Romero, and Kulu the next season as well. I don't think they stay. For me, if we lose Conte, we'll lose. Well, I think we're going to lose Kane regardless because of the way
Kane's already going into summer. Like Levy's already half mentioned it. They're not going to let him go on a free, so why not get him for 80 mil this summer?
You know what I do? I just say Yaya Toure, just have it with the squad, and just rebuild it and just sit and cop it, because I understand where you're coming from. I do want a serial winner at the helm. I want someone who wants to win because we want him to win trophies. But if Levy and Enoch aren't going to give any money, there's no point in him being here because he needs that money to do what he needs to do. And
so in that sense, why are you more Conte out than Levy out?
No, I'm not. I'm more Levy out and Enoch out, but I'm saying they're not going to get out. There's no way they're going to leave just yet. And Conte's not going to get anything in this window, and his contract's up at the end of the season. He ain't going to renew because he knows he's not going to get backed. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying I'm Conte out. I'm saying he's gone regardless of what we think or what we want.
It's just fucked. It's just
because
sorry, you get there.
Good summation.
No, look, I'm Conte in, but how long are we? We're 18 days in this transfer window, and we got nothing. Or was it more?
Apparently, we're going to get 3 signings. Apparently, we're going to get 3 signings by the end of the season. By the end of the window.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Oh, I've heard that too. But we've been on this Pedro Porro deal for fucking since the start of January, start of the World Cup, and nothing's been progressed. We could have gone freaking Trossard. We could have gone Leandro Trossard.
You know how much Arsenal got for him?
Fucking was cheap.
Well, we put 12 mil bid, and they said, no, we want 30 release, 30 minimum. Arsenal went, I'll give you 20 mil, and then 7 mil in add-ons, and then with a further of add-ons the next year. So they pretty much did it in add-ons like we usually do, and they got him for 20 mil, within 6 hours after we bid our 13 mil.
That's what I mean, bro. We don't push the boat up further enough.
You know how good Trossard would have pushed Son, because that's his side. Exactly. He would have pushed Son and Trossard on that left side has been good for Belgium and good for Brighton for the last couple of years.
And this is what I mean. We don't push the boat out enough to get these players, and then we fall behind the pack. Wolves are signing players, Nottingham signing players. All these teams around us are signing players. And
there's only one person to blame, and that's the bald prick up top.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah. 100%.
That's the thing. What we said now, I'm not Conte out over Enoch out, but I can't excuse how Conte's coached the last couple of months. He hasn't been great. His formation.
I was agreeing with you. I just wanted to say your thought. That's all.
There's no point having him here. I think he's a good coach, but I think if you're not going to give him the tools that he needs, there's just no point having him here. It's just like Mourinho. At least Mourinho tried. That's why I give it to Mourinho. Mourinho tried to change it. He tried to play Ali. He tried to do this. He tried to do that. But with Conte, he knows that his system needs the players that he needs, and we ain't going to give it to him. So there's no point having him. And that's what I'm saying. It's not because I don't want him to go. I want him to stay if he's going to get backed. But he's never going to get back. Not now. We got 12 days left, 13 days left of the window, and he hasn't even. And I know we'll do the whole
11 days.
We got Bentancur and Kulu last year. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's the players that we've targeted. We're not going to get, and if we do get, we're gonna get him too late. The season's already done.
And
we got Aguero and Trossard today against City. I'm not saying
To be
they will
honest,
change the game, but it
I
wouldn't
wouldn't be surprised if we miss out on this deal with Pedro Porro. Chelsea will be in the sniffing for it.
No, they
They
wouldn't.
already are.
They're not looking
No.
for a right back though. They've got
Apparently they
James.
are.
They've got James.
I don't
bro.
reckon they will.
No, they won't.
Yeah, but Chelsea are just that club that put their hands in everything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know who they bought? One of our academy guys. Is it Mudiweke?
Yeah,
30 mil
Mudiweke.
from PSV. PSV.
Yeah.
We let him go to PSV a couple of years ago, and now Chelsea just spent 30-40 mil buying him.
You know what's going to be really bad,
This is
but
what
just
I
thinking
mean.
about loanees, PSV, when Carlos Vinicius puts 3 against us because he plays for Fulham now.
I don't think Carlo Vinicius got any game time. I just think he
really
could have done something.
Bro,
he was just young.
He didn't game time for us, but I watched him against Chelsea, bro, and it was like, wow, we should have bought that player. As a
But that's
backup
not
for Kane.
that's not where our problems lie, though.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean. Just
No,
I'm
100%.
talking
I
about
agree.
him in general, but we don't play Spurs football anymore. We have lost that since we lost Poch. As bad as it is, once Poch left, the whole momentum, everything went with him, and it's like we got Jose, we got Conte, and if the 2 world-class managers can't do anything with this team.
Thing is, Conte has had 9 players. However, I will say that none of them, apart from maybe Perisic, were his top
Bro,
11
Lenglet is
players.
shit. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
100%.
Lenglet done.
He's too
Royal
slow.
needs to go. Look, with that Pedro Porro deal, we offered him 34 mil with Royal, and they said no, they still want more.
They want that
40.
release clause.
No, they just want the release clause. I don't want Royal because Royal's shit.
Yeah, but we
Why would
wanted
you
to
want
take Royal, bro. We don't want him. But I was saying too, but right, sorry. They could take Royal because we got Porro. But if we're playing that bad, why not just play Spence?
Conte doesn't want to play Spence.
Yeah, but
Conte
how
doesn't
how
want
bad can we
That's
get?
this.
still?
See, this is where I say Conte needs to be questioned because we can rag on Levy and Enoch as all we want, but at the end of the day, some of the decisions he's made this season for the formation, for the stubbornness of players, for the way he just changes Davies for Lenglet for no fucking reason, and he brings
Right.
Sessegnon before Richarlison. Conte, I think Conte's head's just gone. He's gone, fuck it. I'm getting 20 mil. You're going to have to sack me to pay me out. I'm not fucking leaving. And there is rumours that people think he'll leave after the next City game. People will think we'll get beat by Preston's and he'll go. People will think he'll do it at the end of the window and then go, fuck you, see ya, you're fucked. And then apparently the club aren't going to buy players because Conte's not committing because they're like, what's the point of buying players if he's not going to be here? So it's a shit show. Everything's just fucked. Everything's just in this.
From
It's like
top
a
to
fucking
bottom.
Russian. It's top to bottom. It's fucked,
Top
and
to
that's
bottom.
I've also heard rumors that apparently the board thinks that nothing's going wrong with the club.
yeah. They put out an announcement saying that they don't think that anything's going that bad,
Yeah,
and that's the realization.
that
is
says a lot.
because we're still mathematically in top 4. Levy's not going to do anything because he'll think, oh, Conte can turn it around. He did it last year. He'll do it this year.
Yeah,
It sounds really bad. I never want our team to lose, but part of me is like, if it takes us to lose Levy and Enoch, fucking just lose every game. I don't want us to lose, but at the end of the day, we need to lose them if we want to progress as a club because they're not going to do anything. Or something drastic happens, like the fans storm the fucking stadium, or they smash it up, or something. I know they're organising a
Or the fans
protest
fall
at
out.
the training ground on Saturday, 10 a.m., which will be good.
Why
But I
don't you
don't
go do
know.
a streak while you're there?
Oh, well, that's if
Go
I'm
for a
there.
run, mate.
I'll do it during the City game. I won't get a ticket. I'll just jump the fucking fence and just straight fucking tackle
That's my
Haaland.
brother.
Yeah.
and
Um,
just back to what you were saying a little bit, Brad, with the transfers and stuff, and this goes into what you were saying. Like, if we had got Porro at the start of the window, he would have worked into all our stuff. So if we don't get him to the last day, they're probably not playing until March anyway. Then what's the fucking point of buying him in January?
Yeah, he won't be match fit or he won't know the system.
Not even about match fitness, but Conte won't trust them to play in their system if we buy him in the 30th fucking day of the transfer window. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
The only thing
But
that
we've
might
always done our
help
business
that-
like this. As long as I can remember, we've always been last minute
Yeah, 'cause
bandits.
it's fucking
Well, that's why we all got
That's
excited
what
at
it
the start of the season because we bought so early. But the
Yeah,
thing is, we bought for like half a month and then went, yeah, that's
That'll do.
about it. And
Yeah.
then we're all like, where the fuck's the other signings? Like, I was happy at the start, but as the transfer window progressed, I was like, we need more. Like, this is not enough. I wasn't saying, and then by the end of it, it was like a fucking 5 out of 10 window because it was like, what's the point? Like, there's only 2 starters there, and one of them's not even starting, and that's Basuma, which is crazy because he was fucking.
He hasn't been that good since he's come over.
Yeah, but he plays in a midfield 3 at Brighton.
Yeah,
and he looks better in a midfield 3 because he bombs on a bit more and he can get more involved because he's not worrying about defending as much.
I don't think that's where I think to do that. Conte just
he's not going to change his
game
stubborn.
plan. Yeah, he won't. He's stubborn old.
He's done it before. There's no reason why we can't have Basuma, Bentancur, Holberg, and there's Kulu and Son up front. The Kulu and Kane up front. There's no reason why we can't do that. Why the fuck is Son starting every game?
I don't even know why we're doing 5 at the back. Our weakest. What is our weakest position on the pitch?
Goalkeeper.
Apart from goalkeeper, defense. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're trying to cater to our defense instead of trying to show off our attack. We're in like if you've got we've got really good attackers, right? I don't care. On his day, Son's one of the best in the world. No, but just attackers in general. You know, Richarlison, Kane, Son, Kulu, right? Midfield, we've got decent midfielders. Bentancur's great. Højbjerg's good. Basuma on his day can be great. Skip's a decent backup, and then Sarr seems like he could be something, right? We've got no wing backs now because Perisic is just slowly declining because of his age.
Old, bro. He's too slow.
So now he's getting exposed a bit more. Sessegnon dog shit. Royal's dog shit. Doherty's dog shit. Spence doesn't get played, which is, I know, a point we should play him. And then the only defender that we have is Romero because everyone else is dog shit. However, Romero's starting to show how rash he fucking is. And I'm starting to see flashes of fucking Serge Aurier. Where I'm like, shit, this guy's going to get a red card.
I only think he's rash because he's starting to get pissed at the team around him.
Exactly. No, I agree. I think he's just getting going, fuck, I have to do something or we're going to lose this game. And he's going in and trying to win a good ball and counter. And he's getting carded because the other 2 are dog shit.
Yeah.
No matter who he gets paired with, he's going to be Tanganga, Sanchez, Dyer, Lenglet, Davies. They're just not good enough.
But no one's good enough to his boots. No one can touch it.
I think he's getting pissed more. He's getting pissed off more as well with, he's partnering with Dyer. Dyer doesn't do much. Davies, he's just on his days. Some days
he's a left back. He's a left back.
Langley,
I will say Davies has been consistent, but he's not like consistently great. He's just consistent. Like he can do the basic shit.
If this was a different universe and you've told me that Davies has played 10 years at fucking Southampton, I'd be like, yeah, sweet, that makes sense. He's a decent defender. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's been a great defender at a mid-level club.
Well, put it in retrospect.
He's not great.
Dyer and Davies were backup centre backs for Jan and Toby. when 5-6 years ago, and they're starting for us now. And that was when they were in their peak 5-6 years ago, when they were their best, Dyer and Davies, and they were still back up to an aging Toby and Jan. I would take Toby and Jan back any day of the week right now.
I'd take it back now at fucking 48, 49, bro.
I'd take Danny Rose back over our left backs, and he's fucking aged and got no speed, but I'd still take him back.
Bro, he's fat as now.
Yeah.
I think his phone just died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just turn your camera off, bro, and just do it without a camera. Look, we're going to try and wrap it up because it's getting close to half an hour.
Well, there's one more thing too, but is we never replace Dembele. We never replace Jan and Toby.
Rose. Eriksen.
We've never replaced any fucking good player we lost, and that's what has screwed us right now. It's biting us in our ass now.
The only position that we actually have a better player in than we had in that Poch era, which actually doesn't work because Eriksen used to play right mid because Ali used to play in the cam role, is Kulu.
Yeah. Hard.
So, look, we can go around, like, we could spend hours on this. Like, I've been listening to people all day, and it's just molding in my mind, and I'm starting to, produce my own picture of how things are. And I just think that the only way this club goes forward is ENIC out and Levy out. And I've said it on our last, I've tagged it in our last title, and I'm going to say it again. Enough is enough. We just need to
go. They gotta go. Us as fans, and us as football stand, we cannot take this shit anymore. I can't take this shit anymore.
Well, you know what's bad, right? You know what's bad?
At the moment right now, I feel like not waking up and watching the game. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like not waking up and watching the games.
We can't help ourselves. Like, I'm not watching it. Then I'm at work fucking, what's the score?
Bro, I turned
but
it off and on 4 times just today.
You know what's really bad, and this is what really shows how bad our owners are. When we lost to Arsenal, what was their next announcement? Their first social media presence? Do you know what it was? Was announcing WizKid in the stadium. They didn't even say, "Oh, what a shit game!" You know, we need to win the next one for the fans. The next announcement from Tottenham was WizKid booked for the stadium. Like that just shows you right there the intent. And like I said in the last video, I don't know if you guys know, ENIC own the stadium. So whoever comes in to buy Tottenham has to rent the stadium off ENIC. Otherwise, we have to find a new stadium. So ENIC are going to make money off Tottenham no matter what. And that's what they set the club up to be is a cash cow. And we ain't going to get anywhere. And did you see how much we grossed this season? I think it was like 290 million pounds or euros in gross profit. Or net profit. I might have fucked that up.
Put it into the fucking team.
Overall, 533 million in revenue. Obviously, you got to take out expenditures and tax and all that shit. But I think 290 of that or 250 of that is actual profit.
Yeah.
And they say we have no money. All you have to do is give Conte 150 mil, let him get 2 or 3 players in, and he'll be happy until the summer. But it's all that thing of, Conte might not be re-signing, so why should we buy players that he might not like, that the next manager might not want? That's all good, brother. That's the risk you take. If the Conte will only stay if you spend the money, but then you don't want to spend the money because he might not be here. Like, as much as Conte should commit to the club, when has the club ever committed to a manager?
Exactly.
Poch got us to our best finish in years, got us to a Champions League final when they gave him 18 months of no signings.
Without even buying players.
Well, they gave him 18 months of no signings. That was his reward for fucking pushing this team to the brink.
See, but Poch had that team as a family gelled together, and we played Tottenham football. We lost we lost that when he went, man. I want
Poch to come back when we're ready to give him everything he needs, and he wins everything with us. That's what I want.
It won't happen until next year when we finish 10th or 11th.
Well, Poch will come if Conte leaves. Poch will be the first one.
He'll come in the summer, but he won't get backed.
No. Thomas Tuchel?
Fuck Tuchel.
Yeah.
I'm sick of Chelsea, ex-Chelsea manager.
Yeah, I'm sick of Chelsea rejects.
He won't.
No, he's like, I love Tottenham. Fuck off, mate.
No, but like, we won't. What's the point of bringing all these? Like we were just saying, what's the point of bringing these world-class managers? We won't buy the teams we won't buy the players for them.
I know, just bring
0
Poch,
point.
He comes in. Everyone loves Poch.
That's the only reason why I bring him in.
I don't know if Poch is the answer, because half the fucking team is still Poch's team, and he lost the dressing room towards the end.
I think he just gave up towards the end because Levy wasn't giving him, and he would say, "I'm just a coach. I'm not a manager. I don't pick the team. I'm just a coach. All I do is train him because I can't pick the players that I need." And he said that was it when we came second to Leicester or second to Chelsea the year after Leicester? He said, "I need serious money to fix this squad because otherwise we're gonna we needed a major rebuild for him to be able to compete fully," and he didn't get backed. And then towards the end he just went, "Fuck it, I don't care anymore." And I don't blame him for doing it, but I think he does regret it, and I think Tottenham regrets letting him go because they wanted a Poch type and then brought in Mourinho.
We owe Poch so much. He gave so much to the club.
I just don't want him back because I don't want him to tarnish everything.
The reason why our standards are so high.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we expect to do well in the CL. We expect to fucking be up in the top 4. Before that, I don't remember constantly being in the top 4. We weren't.
Yeah, 1 or 2 seasons under Redknapp, and that was it. When Bale.
Yeah, exactly.
We even lost Mora playing his best. Now he's going on the free. I thought he was a decent player the back last 2 seasons. Getting us to the Champions League.
It was decent under Mourinho. Because he's playing more centrally under
Mourinho. I don't like him. See you later, done. He could have played a fucking better right wing back than fucking Royal did. Could jump higher too.
I think Mora was injured for most of the season. Though Mora's been pretty injured. I don't think he hasn't featured and trained at all.
Yeah,
but he wants to go back to Brazil. He's done.
Yeah, he's done his job. He had that night in Amsterdam, and that's it.
Mad respect for him, but
100%.
So before we start wrapping this up, we won't be able to do what's our next game? Is it Fulham?
Fulham.
I think it's 7 o'clock.
It's Tuesday morning for us here, so I don't think any of us will be able to get on for that. So we won't be doing a live watch along, but we might try and get a video out before then for a review, for a preview, bit of a see what's going on in the world of Spurs if you get any transfers. Our next live watch along will be the Preston North End FA Cup game.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning
5 a.m.
week. Sunday morning week.
Yeah,
so
and
we'll
then-
be on there live. But is there anything else you guys wanna touch on before we wrap this up? Anything about Conte, about
it was
squad or a
just
specific player?
going back to the game a little bit. That was such a poor second half performance.
Yeah.
Well, we're no
We're
longer
a
City's
first-half
bogey's
team
in,
now, yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah, cool. Can't wait to verse them in fucking a week's time. That's gonna be
Yeah.
fantastic.
When they absolutely
Right.
destroy us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm got nothing to say. This is poor. That's all I can say. Poor.
I'll say this: the next 11 days will show where Levy and Enik are at. That's
Wow.
my summation of it.
I want to see tomorrow morning wake up to see 40 mil for 45 mil for Porro paid done.
You know, it's only
Thank you, see you
£37
later.
million. It's €45. So it's not even £45 million. It's we paid more. If you put Lamella's price tag plus the money we paid for Hill, we paid more for Hill.
And Dombele?
We paid 25 mil plus Lamella. That was roughly worth about 20 mil then when we swapped him for Hill. And Hill's not even going to be the starting winger, and he was just a youth player. And now we're struggling to pay 37 mil
I know.
for Porro. So I think we
we
chucked
have
in
to-
Sanchez. So I think Sanchez is like negative money at this
Yeah.
point. That's probably why they said no. On that note, we're gonna wrap it up there, guys. We've all got work tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We are getting a lot of views lately, so we appreciate all the views. Make sure you're hitting up the comments, letting us know what you think of what we talk about and Tottenham in general. And make sure you're hitting up all our links in the description for all our socials. So cheers to the boys. And on that note, as we always say here at Total Oz Spurs, stay Spursy.
Levy out.
Thanks, crazy guys.
Levy out. Stay
Enik
busy.
Levy out.